is a single Triforce piece hunt. There is one and only one piece of Triforce hidden in the seed, and we must find it amongst all the checks. Once we find it, we'll go blah, 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 blah. Warp to the credits, deeming Ganon dead. So here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we just popped out right in his butthole. Oh, why don't we go read the hint stones? $50. Brutal Fortress. Shadow Temple. And OT is Epona. Shadows being barren is pretty dope. Pretty dope. Hopefully we don't have to do Baron Shadow for some silly reason because of songs, but because cows are on, so that could mean we need OOT for our cow. We'll see. We'll see. Let's go. But yeah, let's, shall we story time? Should we wait for more people to come in? I don't know if we should story time yet, or if I should wait for people, because I don't really want to tell this story like 50 times, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we'll wait like 15 minutes. That's a good idea. Yeah, it gives some people time to roll in. And we can talk about this weekend. I guess it wasn't a weekend. I just refer to anytime I leave, it's like, yep, it's a weekend. I know that's not how weekends work, but... Gerudo Valley! Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go check that. It's pretty cool. Kokiri Sword. Alright, I have to write down that I got that because I forget since it's not on the tracker. And that's not fun. Yeah, I mean, that's like my equivalent, I feel like, not working to being the weekend. Even if it's not the weekend. As long as I'm not, like, trying to schedule something, 'cause, yeah. Also, how does the sound balance sound, y'all? Sound stuff is weird today, because Windows update before I left, and I'm realizing, like, we didn't have music at the beginning of stream. Does everything sound pretty okay? Compared to me? Not too quiet, not too loud. Okay. Gucci. Alright, getting ZL there was pretty convenient, so we'll be able to go into Composer's Grave. Get another song in there. Oh, we should have done a prediction. I don't know if there's any mods in chat who want to do, will Nukes find the Triforce piece before 1 hour? We should do that. Boomer! I'll say, I did see Aaron earlier. I don't know if Aaron's still here. He might have just popped in to say hi. I don't know if there's any mods lurking. I am here. Hi! Can you do a prediction for us, Aaron? Appreciate. Link is moving slowly like me today. Ow! Will Nukes find the Triforce piece within 1 hour? Hi, Samus. Oh, we're gonna have story time here soon. It was a couple days. Also, chat, that prediction is up. Get your prediction in. Good, I still know how to do things. Thank goodness. Alright, let's see. Good song? Okay. That is good for us as a child here, so we're gonna wanna... Yeah, we're just gonna wanna go. Just go straight child. How's everyone else's Thanksgiving, though? Did you all get to eat some good food? If you celebrated Thanksgiving. I know not everyone here did. I'm picking up food from my mom after stream today, so. That'll be good. Ooh, tiramisu on Thanksgiving, yum. That. Hey, we celebrate good food. Yeah, if you just had good food the last couple days, yeah, you share that. You share that shit. Oh my goodness, John. Oh. I'm assuming you got to see him. Did you get to see him out of the hospital? I don't know. That's kind of what that sounds like, but you don't have to delve in too far if you don't want to, but I'm glad you got to see him though. Oh. Oh, jeez. I can imagine that. That was very, very nice. High concussion. I'm feeling. He, okay. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad he was able to get discharged and got to see your family, at least. 'Cause, yeah, that's... Yeah. Ugh. Oops, Hi, alright, let's go read that. That makes sense. And also, well, I mean, also, John, you know, like, I know hospitals have, it probably depends on where you live and everything, but a lot of hospitals have a lot of really strict restrictions still with visitors because of COVID, so. Alright, Skull Mask is dead. Cool. Hey, Squash, how you doing? What about storms? All that's in there is a Skulltula that I cannot reach. So, we ain't doing that. Alright, Richie Rich. Yeah, no chests or anything in there. Nope. Thank you, Robot Red. Okay. I mean, hopefully this doesn't put us in here. He's just spawned us outside of Castletown. Round, round, get around, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. I get around. Alright, chat. Story time, because I'm not gonna wait any longer. Yeah, so for those of you who didn't know, I got severely gluten this weekend on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was a day. So we went to visit Spike's family for Thanksgiving. And last time we saw them for Thanksgiving, they had like a lot of options for me. One of my nieces, she's actually gluten intolerant, so she still will eat gluten sometimes. And she's not celiac, so she doesn't get like, her body doesn't attack itself if she eats gluten, but she gets real bad like stomach pains from it. So they usually have gluten-free options because of her already. But this year they like didn't. The only thing with the Thanksgiving spread that I put on my plate was some dry-ass turkey breast. Some dry-ass mashed potatoes, no gravy, because the gravy has gluten in it. They use flour. Flour is typically used to thicken the gravy. And then some corn. That's all I had on my plate. Like, Like, it was like a child's plate. It was very, very sad. I was pretty upset that was the only thing I could put on my plate. But then, not too long after I ate that, my stomach started hurting. So I was like, oh. The mashed potatoes were like pre-packaged ones. And I didn't get to read the label. And all I can do at this point is assume that there was gluten in there. Like, and I felt really, really, really bad stomach pains. Went down, lay down for a bit. Wasn't feeling good. Sister-in-law, who's a nurse, brought me some like things that she gives my niece when she eats gluten to kind of help with my stomach pains. So I had some of that. It helped for a bit. Once my stomach stopped hurting, I checked my blood sugar and it was low. So I said to Spike, I was like, hey, there's gluten-free pumpkin pie downstairs. Can you just go get me like a slice? My blood sugar's low. I didn't really get to eat a lot for dinner. So like, could you just like go get me a slice? And he's like, yeah. Spike comes back with way more than a slice of pie. It's like a plate full of pie. But I ate it all because I was hungry. I didn't eat much. And yeah, so devoured a plate of pie. Felt better, went downstairs. His family got like a little cake and we celebrated like me and Spike getting married. I slammed the cake into pie. I had pie on the brain. Slammed the cake into Spike's face. It was funny, it was great. We played some bingo. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, my stomach's like not feeling good again. So I was like, I'm gonna go lay down. I'm just gonna go lay down for a little bit. So I went upstairs to the guest room we were staying in. I went and I laid down. I tried to play some like Rogue Legacy on my Switch just to like try to zen out a little bit. And then I got really, really hot and sweaty all of a sudden. And I was like, oh God, I feel so nauseous. And then I realized, I'm gonna throw up. I am going to throw up. So I sent a text message to Spike really quick. I was like, hey, I'm feeling really, really sick again. Just because I wanted him to come up. I was like, I don't feel good and I knew I was gonna throw up, so I wanted him to come up and help me. By the time Spike got up to the bathroom, your girl was laying on the floor going, help, help. It was not good. I was sweaty, drenched in sweat, laid on the cold bathroom floor because I was so hot and was just like crying for help. And Spike was like freaking out. He's like, what's wrong? What happened? Like, didn't know what to do. Got me a cold washcloth to put on the back of my neck because I was like so hot and sweaty. And he was just like trying to figure out what to do to help me, and went and got nurse sister-in-law, doctor brother-in-law. Thank God they were there. So sister-in-law, she immediately knew to check my blood sugar, which that was pretty okay. It was like a little on the lower side, but not like danger low. She checked my vitals, so she's like, okay, you're stable at least. Because that was something I was worried about. Was I was laying there, I was worried about my blood sugar, I was worried about my vitals, all things that I just like, I didn't have the energy to get up. I couldn't get up. Like, I could not get up. I was like laying on the floor, vomiting on the floor, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. And this went on for like a few hours, and me just like being on the floor, throwing up. I hadn't really drank a lot of water that day. I didn't eat much that day. So like that made it a lot worse because I wasn't hydrated to begin with, and I was throwing up like crazy. And then to add to that, I didn't eat much and I threw up everything I ate. So like with also being a diabetic, that makes it very, very scary. Because if I throw up, I took insulin that day. So like, quick diabetic 101, like you take your insulin shot, the food you eat, like that's, the insulin balances the food you ate. If you don't eat the food or you throw it up, that insulin's still working, which can cause you to drop very dangerously low if you're throwing everything up. So it was good that my sister-in-law knew to check my blood sugar right away. And kind of, she brought me some Gatorade, which I was struggling to drink the Gatorade, but she was trying to get liquid in me and trying to get sugar in me too. Sorry, writing that hint. So I was very, very lucky to have her. Then my whole leg started like cramping up, and I was just like, I was screaming in pain. I've never had my muscles cramped the way they did that night because I was so dehydrated. So I was like just screaming and yelling in pain because I just like, I couldn't help it. I was in so much pain. And it was scary. So she got me hot pads, and she was able to rub out the muscles because she knew what to do, which, oh my God, she was a lifesaver that night. She got me comfy. Meanwhile, while this is all going on, Dr. Brother-in-law literally ran to his clinic, picked up IV bags and IV stuff, and brought it back to the house. Like, because I was so dehydrated. They were like trying to get me liquid, like, because they knew I was so dehydrated. So that also, like, just like stuff that, like, if you didn't have a nurse and doctor in your house, like, I was so fortunate to have them. Also, I have some Pedialyte down here too. Hey. Yeah, because that was like, before they came up, Spike was like, do we need to go? He kept asking me, do we need to go to a hospital? Do we need to go to a hospital? And that scared me because I was like, I don't want to go to a hospital during COVID right now, like, and be alone. And like, I was already scared. Like, I was really, really scared. So I did not want that. So I was very, very lucky to have them around. Yeah. So what else? So he came back with the IV bags. Finally, by that time, I had been starting to like drink some water mixed with Gatorade. So like, I was starting to like kind of come back to reality, because there's like a part there where I don't remember much. My blood pressure dropped really low. When my sister-in-law was like taking my vitals, it wouldn't pick up my blood pressure because it was too low for the monitor to read. So there was that. Thankfully, it got better, but that's why I couldn't get up from the bathroom floor, was my blood pressure dropped super, super low. But thankfully, yeah, everything else, like my oxygen levels was fine, my heart rate was fine, blood sugar stayed fine. But yeah, then, so they got the IV bags, and he had to like poke me 5 times because my veins suck. Every time I've had to get blood drawn or an IV in, I feel so bad for the nurses who have to do it, because I just don't have veins that like are easy. Like, it's so hard to find my veins. It is so hard to find my veins. Not to mention I was severely dehydrated, so it made it worse. I usually, when I get blood drawn, I tell them to do it in my hand, because that's like the only place they can find something. But he couldn't get it in. Like, he could not get it in. So now I have like bruises like on my wrist, because I told him to do it like in my hand too, after he tried to do it in my arm, my inner elbow, or whatever you want to call it. Also, that fish got Yeah, so I have like real bad bruises on my wrists now, which makes this even more fun right now. Trying to get this fish to go away. Isn't that fish over there the fish I want? Is it not? Why is this so difficult? Maybe this is okay fish? I don't know. Oh, that fish looks big enough. Can you please? Are you kidding me? Why is this going so bad? So, yeah, that thankfully I stabilized. We were able to get me in bed. I was able to like walk around and stuff before I went to sleep. But it was a very, very scary, dramatic Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's what happened. Oh, and then forgot this part. Woke up the next morning. Spike gave me that big giant plate of pie he gave me. He grabbed the gluten pie, not the gluten-free pie. So I ate a giant plate on top of the mashed potatoes that probably had gluten in it. I ate a giant plate of gluten pie because I asked Spike to go get me gluten-free pie, and I assumed he got the right pie and he didn't. Yeah. So I had, as I said, he felt so bad. He felt so bad, and he had thought that they only had gluten-free pie. So he just, yeah, he was in a hurry. He knew my blood sugar was low, so he was trying to get me pie. And he just didn't take the extra step to just make sure it was gluten-free because he was so rushed. And I like, I keep like, I probably shouldn't have. I keep like saying to him, I'm like, you poisoned me. You tried to kill me. Yeah. Yeah, he feels horrible. Yeah, especially because I'm out of commission right now. And I'm going to be for like the next week. I'm gonna feel awful. So, and I keep saying to him, I was like, it's not just you. Like, I was already having issues before I ate the pie. So like, I think it was just I had a really ridiculous amount of gluten yesterday or on Thanksgiving when I shouldn't have had. When celiacs can react from 1/20th of a millionth of gluten, I had a plate full of pie and mashed potatoes with gluten in it. So like, what is going on with these cuckoos? Well, I think we're screwed. I think we're screwed. What the hell? This one? Cool. So I kind of just said to him yesterday after he found out that he made the big error, I was like, you know what? We can't change anything now. I know you feel horrible and it stinks that it happened, but my body will heal. We'll be okay. I didn't have to go to the hospital. But let this be, you know, let's take this as like a learning experience to when we're not home, we need to really check, you know, and make sure that I'm getting the right thing. So, yeah. It stinks, but it is what it is, you know. Yeah, and that was the other problem this weekend too was like before dinner I asked my in-laws, like I was like, hey, can I just see the labels for the stuff we're eating so I know what I can and can't eat? And they're like, oh, we threw it out already. And that was it. That they didn't like, no one offered to like, I don't know where they got thrown out, but I couldn't read the labels. So that's where the mashed potato thing happened. So we kind of like said to them, I was like, okay, lesson for you all. We need to keep the labels to make sure that Nukes can read them. Like that like Nukes needs to read the labels. We all saw how severe, you know, it is if she eats gluten. Yeah. Future Thanksgiving, I've also decided that I'm bringing my own non-perishables. I'm gonna bring a box of gluten-free stuffing. I'm gonna bring a box of gluten-free cornbread. I don't know what else, but I'm gonna bring stuff with me because I did not have options. Yeah. And if I had, you know, some things that I knew were gluten-free and safe, I would have just eaten that, like, you know, and that would have been, then we would have been fine. So it was kind of a big learning experience. And Spike is also, he said he's going to have a talk with his family about, like, why did we even have gluten pies? Like, if Nukes and my niece are both have issues with gluten, why do we even have that? Like, it's not a big deal for, yeah. So. Yeah, and that was, and yeah, we were both like pretty not happy about the available options, but so like part of it is, and I don't think this like excuses it, but like part of it genuinely is that because there was like 12 of us this year, they opted to just go get, which is way more than there normally is. They opted to just go and get pre-made Thanksgiving foods from like, they picked it up from like Whole Foods and stuff. And because they did that instead of like making things, that left us with a lot less gluten-free options, which left me kind of on the outs. Yeah. So, gluten content notwithstanding, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? That's dessert. My favorite dish is stuffing, which I didn't have, and I'm gonna have Friendsgiving probably tomorrow and eat. Dessert is pumpkin pie, but now the pumpkin pie is kind of ruined for me, if I'm being honest. Does that apply? Yeah, it applies to beverages too. Like, I can't drink beer because it's wheat based. Yeah. Yeah, soda and juices are usually fine. They can be not fine, but typically they're fine. Yeah, that's like Spike's mom like really wanted us to bring home the gluten-free pumpkin pie with us. And my nurse sister-in-law was like, no, don't. You got so sick off of. She's like, no. She's like, I don't want you to take any of the food home because you got so sick. No. And I was like, I'm really glad that she was like, no, absolutely not. Alright, I'm gonna use the one here. Just open that up. Oh, I need more money. Hello? Okay. So I'm not a beer drinker at all. I didn't like beer before I got celiac. So that's like something I don't really give a crap about is gluten-free beer. Because I never liked beer to begin with, so it's not something I like. Yeah. I know there's good ones, but yeah. Yeah, that's like the thing is my insides, yeah, just need some time right now. That's just like kind of what we're dealing with at this point. It's like, yeah, we just need to heal. And that's all we can do right now. Like, I took a big sleep last night. I slept for like 12 hours. Just like trying to keep it easy. I don't have a big appetite right now. I didn't have a big appetite yesterday, but yeah. So, this week's gonna be probably a little bit more chill on stream because of that. But as time goes on, every day I should get better and, you know. Yeah, that's what we're kind of dealing with right now, but that is my, Thanksgiving story. Uh-oh. Oh, are you... Really? Oops, I should have just gone back in the hole up there. Dang it. Rip off. Yeah, that's why our file is gluten today. Also, just like in case this isn't obvious, I know I said like, I mentioned that Spike gave me gluten pie on accident. Please, he's feeling, as we said earlier, he's feeling really, really bad about it. Please don't joke about it with him. Don't bring it up with him. He feels awful enough as it is. I feel like that doesn't need to be said, but just I just want to put that out there. I don't want anyone to, you know, go over there and yeah. He's been taking very good care of me since it happened, and you know. Yay, Ian! Were there any good things that happened on my trip? I mean, I got to see my nieces, which, you know I talked about how I was really excited for that. I got to spend time with them, which was very, very nice. I already missed them. My older niece who has the gluten intolerance, her and I, like, I feel like we share a very special connection, me and her. I think she relates to me in a lot of ways than she does like her other aunts and uncles. She is like super attached to me the whole trip. And the fact that I understand her dietary stuff, which is something, you know, like she can talk to me about that. She's a lot more quieter, I'd say, than everyone else in the family. So I think she finds comfort in being with me, who's also quieter than Spike's family. Yeah. When we left, the two nieces were like hugging us and not letting us go, and they were like, "Don't leave." don't leave, live here with us. And we were like, we have to go back to our kitty baby at home. We have to go see Kitty Mon. And they're like, Keymon misses us a lot. And our youngest niece was like, she said, go get the kitty and come back tomorrow. And the whole time we were leaving, she kept saying that. And then the last thing I heard as I was getting into the car was she opened the front door and she said, bring the kitty back tomorrow. I was like, oh. Yes, oh, Keymon was, yes. She was all over me last night. She was so happy I was home. I was laying on the couch, feeling miserable, and the kitty laid like on my neck. Like she was just all up, like she wanted to be like all up to me. It's like, God damn it, Keymon. Alright, where the fuck do I want to go? I feel like we haven't gotten anything like super fantastic here. I know, thankfully for Keymon, we're not leaving again until February, so. No, shops aren't randomized in these settings. Sometimes they are, but not in these settings. But in Feb, we're going back to Disney. Because I definitely don't have a problem. A shorter Disney trip, though. And then we might be going again in April with Auth and Sky. Which also was another short trip, but yeah. A world. Yeah, we have annual passes for Disney World. I'm waiting for it to turn day so I can make it night. Oh my gosh, yeah, Keymon packed her ball in my suitcase before we went to visit Spike's family. So cute. I was packing my stuff and Keymon put her ball into my bag and she like sat next to the suitcase looking up at me and I was like, oh no. She knows. Hi, I'm Luke. How's it going? Yeah, also I know Ian mentioned it and I see Amuk just put in the command for it, but Madrina's big Black Friday sale, make sure you get your orders in for that. Also the return and the final opportunity to get the nuclear reaction Blue Bomb Mary. This is the packaging, it's pretty dope. We've got Keymon over there on the side with her little crown. Just look at how nice this is. You got the nuke signature on TNT and my face. So this will be the last opportunity to purchase this. It will never be available again. So if you want to get that for, you know, to try it, maybe you weren't able to try it before, maybe you want it just to, you know, support the stream, or you want the packaging because you want the packaging of your favorite streamer, Nuclear Reaction, the Kittymon on it. Lots of good on this. So, yes. Hey, that doesn't really help right now, but okay. 2 Kittymons will be released coming up in December here. So that is coming up. I don't have an exact date, but I was told early December. So Blue Bomberry this week. Got a couple days left on this. Also, everything on I big suggest getting the Colossal Coffee Kit. That is with the 20% discount with my promo code. That is $100 for that is normally $270 everything you get in there. So if you like the, you know, don't get it if you don't like the cold brew powder, or if you know, won't use the whole beans, because then maybe it's not so worth it. But if you use the whole beans and you use the coffee powder, it's a really, really, really great value. And you get one of everything. So like maybe there's a product you haven't gotten to try yet, or you know, it's also good for that to just try everything out. Oh, I totally don't blame you for getting it for the Keymon. I love the fact that there's a little Keymon on here. It's hard to see with my light and stuff here, but look at her. It's blurry. Look at her, so precious. Her little crown. I love it. 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 Oh, we gotta do bottom of the well. Yeah, what am I doing? I bite the packaging. I always forget, how many... Wait, you have today, tomorrow, and Cyber Monday. So 3 more days here to get those Madrina's purchases in. I feel like I have to do it. Oh, Samus. That's always a fear of mine with, I don't know if you have like outdoor kitty or not, but yeah, that's horrible, Samus. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. That is a huge fear of mine. I've always had indoor cats, so like, yeah. Yay, a mook! What kind of coffee did you get? Yeah, but I've always had indoor kitties, and yeah. The Colossal! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! It is such a good value. Such a good value there. And they just keep leaving. Yeah, that stinks that they don't have that, you know. Yeah. Hi, Kuiper. We're coping. We're coping. It'll be at least a week till I am back to normal, but yeah, that Revan, so Kittymon used to live with my mom for a period of time because I was living with my dad and my stepmom was no cats. So Kittymon lived with my mom, and my mom has 4 dogs. So she would sometimes, her and my stepdad would leave like the sliding door to the backyard open so the dogs could go in and out while they were outside. And one time, Kittymon slipped outside while the door was open. And my mom was like, later that night, she was walking around. She's like, where's the cat? I haven't seen the cat in a while. And she's like, Kitty? Kitty? Like, walking around the house, like, screaming for the cat. And then she was like, oh no, what has she got outside? And she went out, she walked out to the backyard and went, Kitty, Kitty! And Kittymon comes scampering from outside under the porch. Like, she hid underneath the porch and came scampering inside, just like terrified that she was outside. So I'm glad she didn't get further away and she was okay, but that very spooky. Yeah. Kittymon has gotten outside maybe 3 times in her life, and every single time she was horrified. The first time I brought her out with, like, I got her like a leash and a harness when she was younger, because I was like, oh, it might be nice to like take her on walks outside. And the moment she touched the grass, she started like flipping, like scared, like freaked out as she touched the grass. Okay. Kittymon not pleased with the outdoors. She is 10 years old. She'll be 11 in the spring. She's like 10 and a half. Yeah, I don't know how people have outdoor cats. That would just like scare me for that reason, weird man. Like, what if they never come back? I don't know. And there's a lot of dangers out there, like cars, natural predators, humans who hurt cats. Like, that's too spooky for me. That is way too spooky for me. Yeah. Yeah, I will own cats for the rest of my life for sure. Never an outdoor cat. I will never have an outdoor cat. I might try again with the cat to do like a leash and a harness and try to take them out for walks. Because I think that'd be a fun thing and like a good thing for exercise if they enjoy it. But yeah, that's about it for me. Yeah, that's I just don't trust them outside. Yeah. And it's not even like just the cat, it's just everything else, and I don't know. Yeah, it's like so, like, it's very alarming to me in a way, and I'm sorry if I hope no one's taking offense to this if they have outdoor cats. Like, I just like, no, I've had friends in the past who like, they have outdoor cats, their family, and they were just like so nonchalantly like, yeah, sometimes the cat like doesn't come home for a couple days. Like, I was like, how do you deal with that? Like, I would be like I would be a mess if I let my cat leave and they just didn't come home for days. Like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were invasive to, like, yeah, that was actually something I was never aware of. But that's another point I can use for anyone who, you know, yeah. Bottle. Yeah, and that too, yeah, things like coyotes and, yep. There's just, it spooks me. I don't know. I'm an anxious puddle, and my Kittymon is a anxious puddle, so. Yeah, that's another thing, like, I get freaked out too about, like, people who leave their doors open. I'm like, why? I don't know, that could let things in, that could let things out. I don't like that either. I used to live with people who, yeah, they would leave, like, the doors open all the time, and I was like, why? Like, that's dangerous. People could get in. Keymon could get out. Like, Nope, nope, nope. Not about that life. Me neither, weird man. I've never understood that. And I actually know a lot of people who just leave their doors unlocked, and I'm like, hello? that weirds me out so much. Like, why wouldn't, like, just lock your door? I don't know. And I always felt like the weird one because I was always like, immediately lock door. Like, I just don't trust people. There's too many stories of, I don't know. Yeah, I used to live with people who they would leave the doors unlocked, like, and it freaked me out. It freaked me out a lot living in that because why would you just don't know? You don't know. Like, just because you live in a small town doesn't mean that people can't, like, I don't know, be a serial killer. Like, you don't know. Like, it was always such a weird thing to me. Yeah, I'm definitely, especially as like a lady, I immediately, when I get into the car, like, go to the grocery store, get back in the car, lock immediately, because you hear too many stories of like, human trafficking and stuff. Like, why would I ever put myself, like, I could be in zero danger, but why would I take that risk for something like that, And that's the way I look at, like, leaving your doors unlocked in your house. Like, okay, the odds are probably pretty slim that you would be a victim, but, like, why would you even open yourself up to that? Yeah, it's just like that's the people who unfortunately, I forgot about this. Yeah, we gotta go to, okay. That's, if people who are looking to like do any type of like crime of any of those varieties, who are they going to pick? The people who have like their doors locked and stuff, or the people who have an easy way for you to get in? Like, that's just like, yeah. I know, it is sad that that's the reality. You know, I agree with that. It is. Yay! Oh my God, the believers. Look at the time. GG!